Jay Turner with Joe Bowlers. We get set for the Farmers RECC Jackie Browning Memorial Opening Tip-Off. Our first quarter of action sponsored by Citizens First Bank. Citizens First, come grow with us. And the officials for tonight's game are Ryan Kraft, Kerry Winders, and Joe Plunk. Russellville 7-12, Barren County 11-10. If you look at it on paper, the Cantrell ratings would show Barren County as a 14-point favorite.
Yeah, but
can't go by what's on paper.
Well, Todd Central proved that.
That's right.
I mean, it was a
14-point favorut against them.
That's exactly right. And they had also a really, really good player. Yeah, the 6'7" kid inside.
John Calvary. He was tough.
And these are tricky games too. You know, the Saturday game. You know, it's kind of an odd. Todd Central didn't bring very many people. It was homecoming. Tonight is. You know, we struggle with attendance when it's single only. I don't care if it's single girls or single guys. So it's you know, there's not a lot of. You got to be self-motivated more than you're not going to get picked up by the crowd necessarily. Yep.
Russellville will be in black uniforms with light gold numbers and letters. Russellville across the front of their jerseys. Barren County, their home white with burgundy and gold trim. Trojans scripted across the front of their jerseys. Barren County moving left to right. Russellville becoming right to left here in this first half of play. Very quiet in here tonight. Don't have the cheerleaders. We don't have the band. Don't have a whole lot of fans.
Well, where is everybody?
It's Monday night. Everybody stays in on Monday night, I guess.
Well, wrestling is on TV.
Wrestling?
Yeah,
oh.
Maybe that's it.
Could be. I don't know. Or American Pickers or something. I don't know.
Yeah, something Monday night.
Yeah. Aiden Eichen in the jump circle against Russellville's Josh Allen. And Ryan Kraft tosses up, easily controlled by the Trojans. As Gavin Withrow will set things up. Gavin was under the weather today, went home feeling ill, but he's out there ready to go tonight as Withrow will give it off to the high post. Bandy turnaround jump shot is bouncing off. And a rebound to Russellville. Naylor. And he's hit 59 threes on the year for Coach Rex Booth. Bounce pass left side comes to Kemp, the only other player that averages double figures for the Panthers. Naylor, there's a long looping pass picked off by Bush. He tried to go back to Kemp with it. Bush sends it over the left side now to Key. Key, baseline, Bandy. Throws it in the lane and back behind him. Bush trying to get rid of the basketball. He's in midair, but turnover by the Trojans.
Yeah, it was a good job defensively down there. We're in man-to-man, and we have Aiden Eichen, 6'4", guarding their best player in Naylor.
Left side with it, Elliott to give it out to Naylor. Naylor back to Elliott on the left side. Elliott looking for a cutter, can't go, and then Naylor comes out to get the pass. Bounce pass to the right side to Kemp. Kemp circles around and gives it back out front now to Elliott. Guarded out there by Gavin Withrow. Elliott's picked up his dribble, sends it over to Kemp. He'll fire up a three, and it's no good. Rebound comes off to Withrow. No score yet, but Withrow pulls up and shoots the jumper. 10-footer, no good. Crashing aboard Bandy, fell to the floor. And they're going to call out of bounds to Russellville.
Yeah, good hustle that time by Will going for the offensive rebound. That's a good shot by Gavin. That's about a 7-foot pull-up. Not a bad shot at all. Just could not get the offensive rebound.
About a minute and a half gone here in the quarter, and no score as Naylor handles a basketball for Russellville against Aiden Eichen. He'll give it out to Kemp. Kemp curls to the left side. In the corner, Elliott will fire up a 15-footer, and it's good.
Nice little shot fake that time and pull up.
2-0, Russellville on top. Here's Eichen going down to the paint. Got a whistle on a foul against the Panthers.
Well, that's what he does so well. Boy, he is so good off the dribble. You know, another compliment to him. You rarely see, a player like Aiden, a 6'4" freshman that does so much for us, but he's also our best defender.
Yes.
And he can defend anybody on the court, from good guards to inside players. I mean, he guards Clemens for the most part over in Monroe, who's, a 6'6" wing player, and guarded Sorrell the other night for Glasgow much of the game, and now he's drawing the defense assignment on Naylor.
Eichen hits one of two to put the Trojans on the scoreboard. It's 2-1 with 6:14 to play here in the opening quarter. Elliott with the basketball for Russellville. Bring it up against Gavin Withrow. Gets it across the line. Works it to the right side. He'll leave it out there with 24, which is Parker Jones. They go down low, and a shot blocked in there off of Allen. And here come the Trojans down the other way as Niken works it. And a whistle. Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul.
Yeah, doing a little bit too much that time. And good job by Russellville in terms of closing that lane off on the drive.
Nowhere to go. Hey, there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, just what Coach Warren Cunningham told him. He got cut off in there like a fence and had nowhere to go. 2-0 or 2-1 the score. Panthers on top. Naylor left side over to Kemp. Kemp against Landon Key. We'll set it in the middle. There to Jones. And back over goes to Elliott and out to Naylor. Naylor, long straightaway three. Off the back iron. Rebound pulled down by Bandy. He was out between the circles for that one. And Bandy will get rid of it over the right side of Landon Key. Out it comes to Withrow.
Russellville in a matchup 2-3 zone.
Withrow on the left side. Sends it back out to Key. Back over to Withrow. In the middle, here's Niken. Jumper in the lane. Top drops in for him.
That's a good cut into the middle of the lane that time by Aiden.
3-2. Trojans take the lead. Just under 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Kemp with it, drives against Key. Pump fake, goes under, puts it up, it's no good. Bandy with the rebound. Outlet pass comes to Niken, stolen away by Naylor. Naylor, pull-up jumper, free throw line. Bounces off, and rebound to Niken. Gets with the basketball to Withrow. Withrow dumps it down, intended for Bandy. It's picked up by Naylor. Naylor on the left side. Crossover, spins, throws it back out now to Jones. Jones, not sure what that's going to be. Is that a charging foul?
It's going to be a walk or, in my opinion, an offensive foul.
Two officials coming together to see what the call is going to be.
Going to call block. That was choice number 3. Going to be on Tyler Bush.
His first, team second.
Pretty good defensive position that time.
33, Sean Steele, 6'2", 150 senior, checks into the Russellville lineup. As Naylor sends it in play. Also coming in the game is Jaquise Todd, 5'7", sophomore. Working with it is Jones. He'll leave it out there with 33, Steele. Out to Naylor. And Naylor's going to be fouled by Withrow.
Yeah, Gavin got switched off that time with Aiden. Got called on a block. He's not I tell you what, trying to guard Naylor, it's not an easy matchup for anybody.
No. So Kemp will toss it in for Russellville as it comes out to Jones. Jones throws it back behind him. Kemp will set it up now. You got Naylor running the baseline. Kemp lost the handle right of the lane, but got rid of it. Right side three, good by Todd.
I don't know what type of three-point shooter he is. That did not look real good coming off his hands, but it went in.
Only averages 3.5 points a game.
Well, he's got his average.
Yeah. And Russellville leads at 5-3 over Barren County. Mason Griggs is checked into the Trojan lineup, 5'11" freshman. Griggs on the dribble, sends it out front to Key. Back to Griggs. Goes right side over to Niken. Out to Key. Back over the left wing. Griggs. Cross-court pass. It's Bandy underneath, trying to reverse it up. He's going to be fouled by Jones.
Yeah, we were trying to run a lob that time to Aiden Niken, and that play kind of got broken down, and Will Bandy did a good job of kind of saving that from being another turnover. We've got 3 turnovers already to start the game.
Will Bandy at the line, 73% foul shooter. First one is up, it's good. Michael Harbison, 6'3" senior, averaging 3.5 points a game, and Tay Pointer, 6' freshman, averages 5. And now the Trojans with 3 freshmen on the court. Here's Bandy's second toss. It's good. Ties it up at 5. 3:27 to play here in the first quarter. Jacob Naylor with the basketball for Russellville against Aiden Niken. Throws it out now to Todd. Todd working around the screen from Jones. Wants to drive against Griggs. Lost the handle, but got rid of it to Jones. One dribble and fires it up. 15-footer, no good. Crashing the board. Loose ball underneath. And it is Naylor putting it back up. It's no good. And Michael Harbison trying to clear it out of there. Had it swiped away, but retrieved it. And throws it up court to Pointer. He'll leave it out with Mason Griggs to set up.
Michael, get in. Michael, get in. Aiden, get out.
Russellville still in that 2-3 zone. We're going to just dare us to shoot from outside.
And Aiden off the screen. Oh, he threw it away. Right into the Russellville bench.
Yeah, he had the right idea. He was penetrating that time. He was trying to kick to his freshman teammate. Just kind of threw it behind him. That's 4 turnovers for the Trojans.
Caleb Hester checks into the Trojan lineup, 5'11 junior. He'll come in for Aiden Niken. So right now we got Pointer, Hester, Griggs, Bandy, Harbison. Bandy the only starter on the floor right now for the Trojans. Here's Naylor spinning in the lane, up and under move. Shot up, it's short. Rebound comes off to Hester for the Trojans. Hester gets with it out to Griggs. Bandy back to Hester in the corner. It's Tay Pointer, can't shoot the 3. Back out to Hester.
We've got to get our floor balance. We're all out of whack against this zone.
Pointer, baseline, Bandy fires it up, but short. And Harbison tried to get the rebound, got a hand on it, but couldn't pull it in.
That's a good look. That's a little 12-foot baseline shot by Will. Just never looked good coming off his hand that time. But it's a good look for him.
Xavier Coleman, 5'8 sophomore, is checked into the Russellville lineup.
It's the type of game where you're just going to have to create your own energy.
Russellville with the basketball. Todd with it on the right side. He'll hand it off out there to Kemp. Curls into the lane. He walked.
Sure did.
And
it's pretty good help side defense by the Trojans. They got by one defender, and then Mason Griggs moved over for that, caused that turnover.
Trojans will have the ball with a minute 55 to play in a tied game at 5.
So if we can get Tay Pointer going right here, he ought to, against the zone, we can free him. That ought to be right down his alley.
Yep. Griggs on the left side, looking inside for Bandy. He turns and fires it back over to Hester. Fakes the 3, takes it into the corner, throws it cross court on the Pointer. He's going to pull the trigger. 3 ball is no good, and the rebound comes off to Todd for Russellville.
Well, he hesitated on his shot. That's never a good sign.
Yeah. In the corner, here's a 3 ball that comes off, and Bandy with a rebound for the Trojans. Pushes it down the floor. Pulls up, throws it underneath the Harbison, and he lays it in.
That's excellent pass that time by Will Bandy, leading the break. Made a nice dumb down to Michael Harbison.
7-5, Trojans on top by 2. Todd with the basketball for Russellville. He'll hand it off out there to Kemp. Kemp guarded by Tay Pointer. Still on the dribble, trying to work one-on-one. He pushed off, and no whistle.
Good defense, too, by the freshman.
Yep. And now Todd getting pressure from Mason Griggs. And, well, he got a whistle away from the ball. What do we got?
It's going to be on Caleb Hester, trying to get him on a hold, trying to guard Naylor.
First foul on Hester. That's 4 on the Trojans. And Naylor will toss it in on the left baseline. Throws it in the corner. Here's a 3 ball in the air. Way short. Drew a lot of air. Naylor underneath forces it up and in. He just pulled it away from everybody. And
yeah, sometimes the hardest rebound to get is off an air ball.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened because the defense isn't quite ready for an air ball.
7-7, 30 seconds to go in the quarters. Trojans will hold it for 1 shot here. Hester back out to Griggs.
Ideally, you'd like to get a shot off in about 5 seconds. That gives you an opportunity to get an offensive rebound and pretty much nullifies their chance of getting a shot on the other end.
Comes back out to Griggs. Long bounce pass right over to Pointer. Bounce pass in the corner now to Griggs. They feed it in there. Bandy, turn around 10-footer, in and out. Rebound on Naylor. 5 seconds to go. Naylor pushes it down the floor, stops and fires up a 3-pointer. It's short, and that'll do it for the first quarter. After 1, we've got a tied game. Barren County 7, Russellville 7. You're following Barren County Sports at 103.7 Nash Icon. Time for the second quarter, sponsored by A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home. Reminding everyone, please don't text and drive. Jay Turner with John Butler here from Barren County High. The Trojans and Russellville tied at 7. Russellville's basketball as Jones sends it into Naylor. Naylor now will work against Caleb Hester. He'll go left side with it to Kemp. He'll dribble it down to the corner. Now reverses back out, trying to split the defenders. Goes up with a 6-footer. It is bouncing, and in.
And it bounced 3 times on the back part of the rim and went in. We're talking about from the side.
Right, from the side. 9-7. Russellville leads it by 2. Pointer with a basketball for Barren. Fires it off the right side. And it's Withrow back out to Pointer.
Again, our full balance is just not very good against this zone.
Pointer on the dribble. Now goes in the corner. Harbison will fire. It rims off. Rebound to Allen for Russellville. Here comes Naylor racing down the left side. Going to be fouled. And that's going to be a push-off by Naylor.
Yeah, good job by Caleb Hester. Yeah, it's probably, to me, more of a no call. But anyway, we'll take that.
That'll be Naylor's first. Russellville's third of the half. Barren County with the basketball. Hester's got it. Sends it over to Withrow on the left side. Now back out to Hester. Diagonal pass is a high post in there to Niken. Nice move to the bucket, and he puts it in.
Yeah, we got the ball in the middle of the zone that time to Niken, and he made a good move to the rim. Left-hand finish.
He has 5 of Barren County's 9 points here in the first half. There should be an offensive foul. Yep. Niken ran over Gavin Withrow.
And that will be his
number 2.
That'll be his second. Good job that time by Gavin Withrow coming over and taking the charge.
And so he has to come out, and Coleman is in, or rather Elliott's in to replace him.
He's got a long way to go to get his average. He only has 2.
That's right. He had to work for that one. Hester over the left side, Withrow. Back to Hester. Can't penetrate. Back over to Withrow. In the corner, Pointer. He'll fire it up there. It's no good. Oh, we got bodies going to the floor hard as Bandy came over the top of Aiden Niken.
Yeah, I think everybody's okay. That was dangerous that time. We got some people undercut, and that's going to be on Niken, and that's going to be his second. He's going after the rebound. You can't knock the effort.
So Tyler Bush comes in for Aiden Niken. 6:37 to play in the first half. Tied in 9. And Kemp with the basketball for Russellville. Working against Hester. He'll give it over to Jones. Jones trying to dump it back in there. Hester tried to pick the pass off. It went off of Kemp and out of bounds.
Yeah, good play that time by Caleb. That's his probably 3rd straight good defensive play.
So the Trojans will have the ball. 6:24 to play here in the first half. We're tied at 9. Gavin Withrow.
Yeah, they're in a. Looks like they may be in a little 1-2-2. I think they fall back into a 2-3. I think it's kind of in disguise, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And loose on the floor, but Hester there dumps it off to Key underneath, and he put it in.
A good pass that time by Caleb Hester.
Trojans go on top, lead 11-9, just under 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Kemp with it for Russellville. Top of the key, over the left side it goes to Elliott. Elliott against Withrow. And here's Jones, jumper over Bush, blocked. Bandy comes up with it. Bandy sits up court to Withrow. Withrow in the lane, throws it out to Landon Key for a 3. It is bouncing off. And we got Bush coming over the top of Kemp on the rebound.
That's okay. That was good effort by Tyler, but I saw a good penetration at the time by Gavin. Landon just missed the 3. It's wide open.
That's going to be 2 on Tyler Bush.
He's showing a little 1-2-2 3/4 press right here.
And that will be the 16th foul on the Trojans. They lob it over to Elliott. Now in a trap. Coleman, he walked. And a bad pass or a turnover as Hester comes up with the basketball. Over to Withrow on the left wing. Back to Hester. Sends it off to Bandy. Bandy pulls up and bouncing off the rim. Hester with the offensive rebound. Hester dumps it back over the left side. It's Withrow. Can't get it to drop. And we're going to get a, what?
It's going to be
Landon Key.
Landon Key's
hurt down funny.
Yeah, he's hurt his ankle.
And so he'll have to come out, and Mason Griggs and replace him.
don't think Russellville's real happy having a fast break stop that time.
So Russellville's basketball. Elliott give it to Kemp, up to Coleman, in a trap cross-court pass back over to Elliott. And it's stolen away. Griggs has got it. He'll take it to the rack, and it's blocked from behind by Kemp and out of bounds.
Good play, though, anyway, by the freshman Griggs on the steal.
Harb up here at the elbow, Harb.
Trojans will take it out, and it will be Bandy to toss it in. Comes out in the corner to Griggs. He gives it out to Withrow. Lobs it in there to Bandy. Turnaround jump shot in the lane. Won't go. Gets his own rebound. Back up, no good. Kemp comes up with a rebound and a foul.
Every shot we're taking is short. I don't know if it's just a little fatigue or what. But boy, that was Will got the ball 9 feet wide open in front of the rim. Can't draw that out of bounds play any better. Just missed it.
Foul is on Mason Griggs, his first. That'll be number 7 of the Trojans. And Russellville in the bonus now with a remaining 4:47.
Hard to score right now, 11-9.
And it is Elijah Kemp at the line. He's a 69% foul shooter on the year. Free throw's good. For his 3rd point of the game.
Got good form, good rotation.
11-10. Kemp can tie it here. And the shot goes up, and it's good. 4:47 to play in the first half. We're tied at 11. Gavin Withrow sends it off to Griggs on the right side. Lobs it back over to Withrow on the left. Sends it back to Griggs. Griggs dribbling it down and reversing it back out. Back to Withrow. Now Withrow trying to curl into the lane. Gives it back over to Griggs. Griggs slides over, goes left side with it to Hester. Baseline is Bandy. Bandy goes up with a shot. It's no good. Gets his own rebound. Back up and in.
Yeah, good effort by Will. That's his 6th rebound of the night so far.
13-11. And that should be a traveling violation. It is on Coleman. Kind of lost his footing there. And Barren County will have the ball, leading 13-11 with 4:11 to play in the first half. Withrow will bring it across the midcourt stripe. Right side it goes to Harbison. Harbison back out now to Griggs. Left side it goes to Withrow. Here's a backdoor pass to Harbison. Couldn't handle it. Could have been a foul there. But Hester comes up with a loose ball. Bandy will pull up with a jumper. Bounces in.
And he got the real low. Got to give Caleb Hester credit. That's his 3rd rebound.
15-11 Trojans. 3:43 to play in the first half. Kemp with it on the left side. Kemp in a trap. Fires it back out now to Tar. And another charging foul. And this time, Michael Harbison taking the charge.
That's number 3 that we've taken so far this first half. It's just like a turnover.
First foul on Todd. That's 5 on Russellville.
I'd like to see we can open this gap up a little bit. 4-point game, 3 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first half.
Withrow on the left side, bounces it out to Griggs. Works around to the right side. He'll leave it in the corner. Hester will pull the trigger. Won't go. Underneath, Harbison puts it in.
Another nice play by Michael, coming right back off, taking that charge on that one end. Gets the offensive rebound and finish.
So the Trojans now take a 6-point lead at 17-11. Oh, should have been a double dribble. Underneath, here's a shot going up, no good. Rebound put back up, blocked. We're going to get a foul, though. And that's going to send Steele to the line for Russellville.
Yeah, this little mad dog, I call it the little mad dog 1-2-2 half-court trap is giving Russellville some fits.
Sean Steele at the line, 67.7% foul shooter. He averages about 4.5 points a game for Coach Rex Booth. 2 shots. First one's on the way. No good.
They got a lot of sophomores on this roster, don't they? Steele's a senior, but
they've got, let's see, Naylor, Kemp, Steele. Collins is on the roster. That's 4. Second shot rolls in for Steele. 17-12 Trojans. 2:53 left to play in the first half. Withrow working left. Gives it off to Hester. Back out to Withrow.
He switched to man-to-man this possession.
Yep. Withrow falls down, but got rid of the ball to Hester. Hester, and a foul going to be on Kemp.
It's a good call. Just reached right through him.
First foul on Kemp. That's 6 on the Panthers in the first half. Gavin Withrow will toss it in. Right side of the bucket. Comes in the corner to Hester. Back to Withrow. And I don't know if he was standing out of bounds when he got it back from Hester or not, but that's what Russellville thought.
Yeah, they switched back to the 2-3 zone. Need somebody to flash the high post against this.
Skip pass comes over to Griggs. Griggs curls to the top of the key. Inside is Harbison. Bounce pass underneath the Bandy. Reverses it up. He can't get it to go. And rebound a steal. And it's Todd with it now. Gets with the basketball to Kemp. Kemp pushes it down and lost the handle on it, trying to dribble it between his legs. Griggs up court. Here's Withrow trying to shovel it off to Bandy. Broken out of bounds by Steele.
And nothing's easy tonight, is it? Either way. We had the numbers that time on that break and just could not make the play to finish it.
Tay Pointer returning to the Trojan lineup. Bandy out to Pointer in the corner. Gives it to Hester. Here's Bandy. He's going to pull the trigger for three. It's almost an air ball. Hit the backboard on the other side. And Russellville will fire a three. That's Todd putting it up and is coming off and knocked out of bounds. Russellville will keep it, looks like. Jacob Naylor's going to check back in the game with those two fouls. A minute 47 to play before half.
Don't blame him for playing him, but I don't know if I'd ever taken him out.
Kemp goes up the baseline, reverses it up and in.
Boy, that's a nice move.
And he's got 6 of Russellville's 14.
And back to their zone.
17-14. Pointer with it on the left side, out to Griggs. Minute and a half to go before the break.
We do not have a three tonight, do we?
Right side, Hester feeds it in there to Harbison, goes under, puts it in. Nice move.
Yeah, it's a nice move. It was a nice finish. He finished with his left hand on the right side, and he had to do that to get that shot off.
Harbison with 6 points in this half. 19-14 Trojans. Minute 8 to play here in the first half. Kemp with the basketball, gives it out to Steele. Steele against Michael Harbison. He wants to drive on him. They're going to call him with a foul.
It's going to be a hand check on Michael Harbison.
His first. It'll be Barron's 9th of the half. Russellville's going to get Parker Jones back in the lineup. He'll replace Allen. Back in for the Panthers is Chevis Elliott. 1-1 coming for Sean Steele. He was 1 of 2 his first trip up. Shot goes up and it's no good. Russellville's Todd got the rebound.
Getting ready to say, you got to be alert here on the offensive rebound.
19-14. Got Pointer out there guarding Kemp this time. He'll get rid of the basketball over to Todd. Todd guarded by Hester. He may have walked. And this is Steele driving, throws up the shot, and another foul.
Yeah, I thought that may have been an extra step as well.
And it'll be on Tay Pointer. That is his first. 10 fouls on the Trojans here in the first half, still at the line. 2 shots this time. First one's on the way. It is coming off. It's 1 of 4 to Stripe.
Well, that's why you have to make sure that you concentrate right now and get the box out.
40.9 to go. 19-14, Barren County. Steele for Russellville. Free throw won't go. Rebound by Harbison. Griggs in front court with it on the left side with 34 seconds to play. Griggs getting some pressure. Right side it goes to Bandy. Bandy, jump pass now to Harbison. Out top, hands it off to Withrow.
Yeah, they've jumped back into man.
Hand check foul, going to be called on Todd, and that's his second.
Yeah, we was trying to go for one shot, and that will nullify that. So Gavin goes to the line. This is the old-fashioned 1-and-1.
Gavin Withrow, 71% foul shooter on the year.
And Coach Booth made a good decision, put Jacob Naylor back in for the last shot for Russellville.
Withrow's free throw's good. His first point of the game. Barron's 4 of 5 from the stripe here in the first half. 6-point lead, 20-14. Low-scoring game with 20 seconds to play here in the half. Withrow hits them both. 21-14, Barren County, 20 seconds left. Kemp with it for Russellville, getting a screen, drives left of the lane, dishes it off out there to Elliott. Elliott backs it out with 10 seconds. Elliott starts his move, and he walked.
Sure did. He actually ran into his own player, looks like to me, and so they're just going to give us an opportunity right here to get this last shot off. 7.4 is plenty of time.
Coleman checking back into the lineup for Naylor. There's the ball inbounds to Withrow. Withrow turns, backdoor pass. Griggs lays it up in there.
Perfect play, perfect backdoor play to end the half right there.
That'll do it for the first half, and Barren County leads it 23-14 over Russellville. We'll come back with halftime in a moment. You're following Barren County Sports on 103.7 Nash Icon.
Thanks for having me on tonight. I just wanted to share with our community our good news from our academic team competition. Saturday, the academic team, of which I'm the coach, we competed in our district tournament, and that's pretty exciting play, just like all the other athletics district tournaments. And I'm proud to say that we received runner-up, and we are advancing to the regional tournament for academic team on Saturday, February the 16th.
Wow. Now, I know you're magnet school principal, too. How many students in the program this year?
Almost 200.
That's a lot.
It is a lot, and a lot of those students, they do compete in academics, and that was one of the great ways to get some more kids on academic team this year, and we've done well. As a quick recall team, we get to advance to region, and then we had some students that actually advanced to region in their individual competitions, and I'd like to congratulate those tonight, too. Nathan Hood won first in the district in mathematics, and James Johnson and Charles Massey advance in social studies, and Melina Hughes and Charles Massey advance in language arts, and Rachel Sargent advances in arts and humanities, and then Maddie Coomer competed in the written composition this year, and she advances to the regional competition as well. Our quick recall team, we had 9 students who were on that. Dylan Stotts, Melina Hughes, James Johnson, Rachel Sargent, Charles Massey, Nathan Hood, Lexi Mills, Justin Lynn and Brendan Billingsley all competed for us on quick recall. So we're really excited to represent Barren County High and the Trojans in the regional academic team tournament coming up here in just a few weeks.
It's not only seniors that's getting the recognition and doing so well. You've got freshmen and sophomores and juniors.
That's right. We want to build that team, and we've got some seniors that are leaving us this year and been great leaders to bring up the underclassmen and get them ready for competition as well. We've had a really successful year. We play league play against other schools in the area in the fall, and then we spend the wintertime getting ready for district tournament just like everybody else does.
Mm-hmm. Now, what's that date again that they'll be competing?
That is Saturday, February the 16th that we'll be competing in region. And region for academic teams, just like region in the rest of the athletics, we have 16 regions in the state, and whoever qualifies to go on from region will advance to the state.
Now, where will they have that?
That is usually in Lexington. Okay. That's in March.
All right. Well, seems like everything's going well. You want to add anything else?
No, I just want to say thanks for all the support of the academic team here at Barren County High School, and it's been a great year for us, and looking forward to the rest of the season.
All right. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Letitia Hughes, assistant principal at Barren County High School, will come back with a halftime report with Trojans up 23-14 on Russellville. As you're following Barren County Sports on 103.7 Nash Icon. bucket he got,
Sure
too,
did.
on an offensive rebound. Trojans having to start. Landon Key's going to start the second half. Went down with an ankle a little bit ago, but it seemed to be okay. Here's Bandy down low, turns and puts it in.
That's exactly how you want to start a half right there. Nice little set play off the halftime. A little cut on the inside off a screen, and Bandy finished it.
And that extends the lead to 11, the largest of the night for the Trojans at 25-14. Kemp's got it on the right side. Now bounces off in the corner. Naylor is going to be fouled by Niken. That's his third.
Yeah.
He faked Niken and get him off the floor and slid over.
That's the only issue with using Aiden guarding their best player. He was working hard to try to come off those screens. And Naylor, a senior, made a nice little head fake, got him off the ground, and drew the foul.
And in trouble with it was Elliott. It's taken away. Here comes Tyler Bush. All the way to the basket. Lays it up. It is no good. Rebound Hester back up with the left hand. No. Ball tapped out. Bandy's got it in the lane. Had it slapped loose. And Kemp comes up with it. Jump ball.
And good steal by Tyler and just could not finish. Then we got 2 offensive rebounds and could not put the ball in the basket.
So Hester, Key, Withrow, Bush, Bandy on the floor for the Trojans. Naylor, Kemp, Elliott, along with Jones and Allen for Russellville. Kemp with it right of the circle against Landon Key. He'll leave it over there with Naylor, and a 30-footer in the air. That's no good. Rebound taken by Withrow. Gets rid of the basketball to Bush and back to Withrow. Into the front court, top of the key, left side, Hester. In the corner is Landon Key. Back out front to Hester. Back to Key. Bounces down low on the baseline. Bandy going under, and a foul.
I think it's going to be on Jones, isn't it? 24?
Yes, that'll be his second. Or 25, they mark it to Allen, his second.
Okay.
First of the second half of the Panthers. And they get it in play to Hester. Hester bounces it out to Bandy. Out top, over goes to Key. Back out front. Left side, Hester down low. Here's a shot put up and in. That's Bandy.
Another nice pass that time by Caleb Hester. He's not scored, but he is filling the box score up with rebounds and assists and steals.
4-0 run for the Trojans to start the second half. Third quarter brought to you by A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home. Turnover. Hester's got it. Hester goes under, dishes it off to Bush. He puts it up. It's no good. Underneath Bandy, back up and in. Bandy has scored all 6 points for the Trojans, and Russellville wants a timeout. The Trojans have pulled out to a 15-point lead, 29-14.
Yeah, that's how you want to start a half. You know, when you're up, we were up 8 at half.
It was 23-14.
Up 9, and then you come out and you score the first 6 of the second half, and that lead goes from 9 to 15. I always said, the first 3 or 4 minutes of the second half is so important. If Russellville had scored the first 6, it would have been a 3-point game. Right. So that's how momentum plays right there.
Anytime you're away from your radio and you have your phone, laptop, mobile device, whatever, you can log on to ESPNKY.com and click on the Broadcast Center, and then Barren County Sports for the broadcast of all the Trojans and Trojanettes games. And a busy week for Barren County. Greenwood here tomorrow night for a girl-boy doubleheader. Then Thursday, Casey County girls will be here.
That's one of the better girls teams that we faced.
Casey Region 12. And here's Naylor driving it right down the lane, puts it up, got a whistle.
Yeah, he just got the old James Harden treatment that time. He just drove it to the basket, basically just stuck his body into our body. I don't know really how you defend that.
Foul is on Hester, his second. That's number 2 on the Trojans here in the second half. And at the line, Jacob Naylor, who is a 79% foul shooter, hits the first. He was voted number 5 player in the region this year in the preseason by the coaches.
He's probably having as good a year as any of them, but there's some good players in the region.
Yes, there are. Naylor hits both for his 4th point. 29-16. Withrow races up court with it for the Trojans, tricking it all the way down, gives it underneath the Bandy. Pump fake, goes up, no travel.
Yeah, they just pivot foot that time. A little extra crow hop off the pass from Gavin.
Trojanettes go to Hart County on Friday night, and then the Trojans go to Owensboro Saturday.
You'll get to see the brand new gym in Hart County.
Yep. John Bird coaches Hart County here in the attendance tonight. And here's Steele, off-balance shot, no good. Bandy trying to get the rebound. Ball's loose on the floor, still loose. Diving for it is Bush, and a timeout with the Trojans. Boy, what hustle out there on the court.
I think Landon's hurt again. This time his own. This is a teammate on teammate. Calls that one. Tyler Bush hustling and landed right on Landon's shoulder. That looked like that would hurt.
Landon went down with an ankle a little bit ago in the first half, and now the shoulder, but hopefully he'll be okay. Well, we got some scores in to pass along to the Coca-Cola scoreboard. These are the freshman JV games for the Trojanets tonight. In the freshman game, the Trojanet freshmen lost to Edmonson County tonight 26-16. The JV won 52-26.
Well, that's fair.
So we split.
Yes, that's fair for both schools.
Split at Edmonson tonight over in Brownsville.
Oh.
Key headed to the training room now for.
Man, I'm sure he thinks
some hits tonight.
It's too many trips to the training room for Landon. I hope he's okay.
Football pads on tonight. 29-16, Trojans on top. Bandy heading to the rack and lays it in, and a foul.
Yeah, it's just the old clear out that time. Normally, a lot of times we get the back cut like we ended the half with. This time it wasn't quite the same, but it was still a clear out for Will.
Second foul on Jones. The free throw's good for Bandy. He has scored all 9 points for the Trojans here in this quarter. And then double the score up on Russellville, 32-16. Kemp on the dribble right between his legs. Now wants to drive. Bounces it off in the corner to Todd. And the bump foul called against Withrow. His second, team's third. So Russellville will take it out. Naylor on the left baseline. Throws it off in the right corner. He's going to pull the trigger for three. Steele knocks it through.
Yeah, wide open from the corner.
Steele only averages 4.5 points a game, so he's got his average. 32-19. Withrow. Guarded by Kemp. Withrow still on the move. Now picks up his dribble, looking for Bandy. Can't go. Bush has got it. Left side has it stripped away and stolen by Naylor. Naylor behind the back, lays it up and in.
Well, that looks like a globetrotter run. That wasn't behind the back dribble.
No, not behind the back dribble. Just took it behind his back. Now Withrow's lost it, and here comes Kemp. Kemp, he'll lay it up. It is good.
Timeout right here. Well, it's 2 turnovers that led directly to 4 points.
30-second timeout.
So a 7-0 run by Russellville now. They trailed 32-16, and now it's 32-23. Steele hit a 3, Kemp hit a 2, and Naylor's hit a 2, and 2 free throws.
Yeah, it was a pretty nice little play there by Mr. Naylor that time.
Mm-hmm. Took the ball around his back and laid it up.
The boys' game tomorrow could be a good one.
Yeah, Greenwood's not a bad team.
Kind of similar to us, and kind of the record is, we're 11-10. Hopefully, we'll be 12-10 after this. And Greenwood is floating around that type of record. Of course, it's not easy when you got Bowling Green and Central. You got 4 games among those 2 teams. That's not easy. And they've had a key injury this year, but I think that kid is back.
Yeah. All right, Russellville will pressure and comes into Withrow. He'll work it up court against Kemp. Withrow gets it across the line, races down, bounce pass underneath the Bandy. He'll throw it up and in.
Yeah, good pass that time by Gavin. He was pressured the whole way, beat his man, got into the lane, a nice dish down to Will.
Will Bandy with 11 points in this quarter, all 11 for the Trojans. 34-23 Barren. Kemp got around Pointer, goes to the basket and lays it in.
It's too easy. They need, dribble penetration is something we've got to stop the ball.
Yep.
We've had trouble with that some this year.
34-25, Withrow. Down the lane, floater, drops in.
Same thing, nice move that time by Gavin. This time he went all the way to the rack.
36-25, Barren County, 3:35 to go here in the third quarter. Kemp with the basketball out front for Russellville. Gets rid of it off to Jones. Jones over the right side, steal against Bandy. Sends it over to Todd. He walked in a whistle and going to get a foul. That wasn't much of a foul right there.
It's hard to defend, in today's game when so many players just want to go to the rim.
That's 3 on Gavin Withrow, and he's going to come out of the ball game as Tyler Bush checks in. Mason Griggs also in the ball game for the Trojans. As the ball comes out to Coleman. Coleman bounces it off now to Todd. Todd working against Bush out there. Left side, he goes to Naylor. Naylor spin move. Fall away shot no good. Ball slapped out long, and Bush trying to save it or throw it off the Russellville player, but loose ball again, picked up by Steele this time. He's going to drive in over Harbison. The shot is no good, but a blocking foul on Michael Harbison, and that's his second.
We just couldn't get a hold of that. We had an opportunity to get that, get the loose ball twice and just could not pick it up.
That's going to put Steele at the line where he's 1 of 5 at the stripe. Normally a 67.5% foul shooter. First one is on the way. It's no good.
They got a block out up the lane.
And he'll have one more. 2:52 left to go here in the third quarter. Barren County with an 11-point lead, 36-25. Second one will not count. It's a lane violation.
Yeah, it was by Steele. He thought he missed it.
Yeah, he stepped over.
He broke the line before he got to the rim.
Barron's largest lead was 32-16. And Griggs jumps it over to Hester. Back to Griggs. He'll send it off in the corner. Bandy fakes the 3, moves in for a 12-footer, and it is in and out. Rebound to Jones for Russellville. Sprinting down the floor. He'll go in the collision. Going to have a blocking foul on Griggs.
Man, everybody it seems like a half step slow. It's been a lot of 2 or 3 times we've escaped, in my opinion, serious injury with bodies falling into each other and so forth.
At the line is Parker Jones.
Now Landon Key is not. I mean, he's taken 2. One was an ankle injury. That was a pretty.
First one of the year.
It hurt my shoulder to see what people landed on him.
Hey, block out up the lane.
And they're not going to call all charges tonight, that's for sure.
They play over 8 minutes and don't get charged. They got rolling.
Jones back of the stripe. Second shot is short. And grabbed in there by Bandy.
They are under 50% from the free throw line.
They're only 2 of 6 in the second half. 3 of 7 in the first half. And Griggs, ball gets away. Naylor picks up off the floor. He'll move in for the shot. Missed it. Rebound underneath. Todd, he's going to be fouled. And it's on Bush, his third, team 7th.
It's our 3rd turnover this quarter, actually. It looked like we were on the verge of blowing them out.
Yep.
But we've made 3 turnovers since we got the lead up to 15.
Todd's free throw is up, and it is good. It's his 4th point. Todd for the second try. It's up, and it comes off. Rebound to Harbison. Harbison gets it across. They come over to try to trap.
Going to be an offensive foul on Michael.
And that's his 3rd. And now there's 4 players with 3 fouls. 8 fouls against the Trojans, 2 on Russellville here in the second half.
Got a long way to go, too.
10-point ball game, 36-26. Naylor working left. Leaves it out there to Coleman. Out to Jones. Jones on the right side to Todd. Back to Jones. Swings it back left to Coleman. Back out to Jones. Minute 43 left in the quarter. And that ball getting away. Out of bounds. Turnover. Russellville. Panthers pick up with full court pressure with 1:41 to go in the third quarter. His pass up to midcourt to Harbison. Feeds to Withrow. Now brings it back out, getting a lot of pressure out there, and Gavin's lost his shoe. So time call for just a second. Minute 32 to go. 36.
How different shoes. That's how different shoes are. It's taken me probably 25 minutes to get my shoe back on. Back when I played.
I know. I had them old Chuck Taylors in my day. Here's Bandy driving and didn't get a foul there, but Russellville with a rebound. Here's Kemp driving right of the lane, goes over to Bush and lays it in. Kemp with 12, almost his average. Now the lead is down to 8. There's a foul. And that will be 3 on Naylor. Ball comes out to Bandy. And they're going to say Withrow pushed off. His 4th, team's 9th. Fouls a little uneven. 9-3 with a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. 36-28. Naylor against Caleb Hester. Spinning. He walked. Here's a shot out of the corner, partially blocked. Comes back to Todd, and they're going to get a foul.
It's going to be on Will Bandy, I believe.
And that will be number 2 on him. 10-3 on fouls.
Good gracious. You know, at the women's game in Division I, I like how they do it. You get 5 a quarter, and they erase it at the end of each quarter.
That's right.
And I just think the flow of the game is better.
Yeah. Shot's good for Todd. Naylor's going to check out and is replaced by Elliott.
Well, we're fortunate so far that they have struggled at the free throw line.
36-29. Todd back of the stripe. This one goes up and it's good. 36-30. Barron's been outscored after a 32-16 lead. It's only scored 4 points since, and they've scored 14. Here's Bush. Goes to Bandy underneath. He'll off-balance shot, won't go. Rebound to Jones. 35 seconds. Jones sends it off to Elliott. Jumper is no good. Griggs with a rebound for the Trojans. 30 seconds to play in the quarter. Griggs will get it in front court against Todd. Works it to the right side, gives to Hester. Now Hester out to Griggs with 17 seconds to play in the 3rd. Right side it goes to Bandy. Back out now to Griggs. Goes right side, trying to drive, goes to the baseline, dumps it in there to Bush. He'll put it up. It's good off the window.
Good pass that time by the freshman.
For a People's Bank shot to end the quarter.
And we'll get the ball to start the 4th quarter.
Trojans lead 38-30. And you're following Barren County Sports on 103.7 Nash Icon. And now the lead at 8 for Barren County. 38-30 as we start the 4th quarter. Brought to you by Southern States. Jay Turner with John Butler. As Barren County has the basketball to start the 4th. Mason Griggs, left side over to Niken, who's back in the game. Trying to make a move. Gives it to Bandy. Bandy at the free throw line. Up and under. Flips it up, and it's going to come off the rim. Trying to get his own rebound. Fighting for it. And it's going to be... Well, we got a foul.
It's going to be on Will. Yep. Going for the second offensive rebound.
Fouls are 11-3. And that's going to put Todd at the free throw line where he's 3 out of 4.
I was going to say, he made his last 2 at the end of the third quarter.
The shot is on the way. It's good.
I wonder if he's kin to Phil Todd.
Well, it's possible.
Successful coach there for years.
Todd for the second free throw toss. It's on the way, and it's going to come off. Rebound to Caleb Hester. Trojans have it with Mason Griggs bringing it up. 7:40 to go. 38-31 Barren County. Right side is Bandy. Gets a screen from Hester. Picks up his dribble. Fires it off to Griggs on the left side. Griggs can't shake off Naylor. Naylor reaches in and fouls him, and that's his 4th. Team's 4th.
I don't think he's liked any of his fouls, but you know when you got your second, then your third, when you body up 60 feet away from the basket, you put yourself in position for a foul.
Bob comes in to Niken, going to take his man one-on-one, goes to the basket, puts it up, and it is no good, but he got fouled.
Oh, that's a good move that time by Niken. He has not had a lot of minutes tonight because of foul trouble.
Foul on Jones, his 3rd, team's 5th.
He ought to be fresh for this quarter if he can stay out of foul trouble.
Right.
He's got 3.
Niken with only 2 field goals and 1 of 2 at the line. Hits the free throw. First point of the second half for Aiden Niken. 39-31. Don't think they put it up there yet. He missed the second one. Rebound taken off by Todd. Todd working against Bush. Sends it off out front there to Kemp. Now Kemp will hand it off to Coleman. And now they work it around to Todd. He lobs it over. Picked off by Griggs and a foul. And it'll be charged to Coleman.
One thing about our freshmen that play significant on the varsity, whether it's Griggs or Niken or Pointer, they are good defensive players.
Yep.
And that's generally the last thing that comes along with freshmen.
Niken driving it all the way to the basket to whistle and a blocking foul.
Well, we'll take that one. I think that was a right call, but you never know right now. I tell you what, in fairness to the referees, this is a hard game to call.
It really is.
I mean, there is contact on every single possession right now. And what makes it even harder to call this game is the ball's not going in the basket.
Niken's shot is good.
And the players are putting the officials in some difficult situations.
40-31. And that was going to come off. Rebound to Russellville's Josh Allen. 40-31. 6:50 still to play in the ball game. Russellville's Kemp with it out front. Dribbles against Niken. Drives, got a screen there. And they had to switch off. Bush had to switch off on Kemp. And now Niken's picked him back up again. Drives left side. Cut off. They throw it out. 3-point shot in the air is coming off. Knock it up high for the rebound with the Trojans. He'll move it down the floor behind the back dribble. Inside a collision, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Niken, and that's going to be his 4th.
He just, again, he will learn as he gets older that when you're in some foul trouble, you just one dribble less, pull up and take that shot. You know, take the 5-foot jumper rather than one more dribble.
And Naylor's back on the court now for Russellville. He's playing with 4. Leaves it out there on the right side to Coleman. Coleman heads to the free throw line. Ball swatted away by Griggs. They tried to pass it over on the left side to Elliott. So we've got Griggs, we have Pointer, we have Hester, Bush, Bandy on the court. 6:10 to play. 40-31 Trojans. Naylor with it against Caleb Hester. Double screen on the left side. He wants to drive now. Goes to the bucket. Missed it. Rebounded there by Pointer. Sends it up court to Bandy on the left side. Bandy crossover, spins, poses up the shot, and he put it in.
That's a good spin move. Yeah, good spin move by Will. He likes that move.
19 for Will Bandy now, and it's 42-31. Back up to double figures at 11. 5:40 left to play. Naylor's picked up his dribble. They go down in the corner. They drop it out of bounds. Unforced turnover. Coleman.
Just right through his hands.
Todd back in the lineup now for Russellville, as he came in for Naylor. Here's Griggs, races down right side corner. In the corner, Bandy for three.
No,
air ball.
No, way long. That's two he shot from the corner. Hadn't been close. No. He's normally a really good shooter.
Kemp shovels it back off to Todd. Fakes, drives the lane, bounce pass underneath. Shot put up and in by Allen.
Yeah, dribble penetration again. That's what's hurt us as much as anything tonight.
42-33. Griggs into the front court against Todd. Right side Hester. They feed it into Bandy. Turning, spinning, flipping up the shot. Good. That was a tough shot for Will Bandy.
I think he's the only, by far, our only player in double figures, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
21.
Yeah.
Got half the points. 21 out of 44.
Yeah. 11-point lead for the Trojans at 4:50 to go. Here's Kemp in the lane. And there's a collision there. Bodies go everywhere and out of bounds.
That has to be something. It's probably should have been a block that time.
Naylor back in for Russellville.
Sure, the referees are tired of making calls, too.
I'm sure they are. Ball comes out to Kemp. Kemp backtracking into Griggs. Working inside. Now throws it back out for a long shot. That's good. It's a long two for Elliott.
Yeah, I just stepped into that one. That looked good. Luckily, it was only a two.
Tate Pointer. Ooh, he traveled.
Yep. Another good call that time.
I don't think he knew how open he really was there. LaRue County girls beat Thomas Nelson tonight, 56-54.
The Lady Hawks.
4:25 to go here. 44-35 Trojans. Longest lead's been 16 tonight. Here's Kemp with it on the left side. Kemp working in the lane. Pump fake goes under, and I don't know if that was a push off or what, but
just tough.
Griggs went sailing.
Well, the bottom, it's just hard to guard one-on-one on penetration, and I thought Briggs did a pretty good job that time.
44-37. Bandy down low, back and forth, and here's Bandy putting it up and in with a pass for Bush.
Yeah, that was an old give and go. Yeah, throw it to the post and then cut off that. Good pass by Tyler Bush.
Full timeout call with 3:55 to play. The Trojans 46, Russellville 37. Again, on the schedule for tomorrow night, Trojans and Trojanettes will host Greenwood. Girls game at 6. Boys game to follow. Will be on there at 5:45 tomorrow night here from Barren County High. And then Thursday night, the Trojanettes will be here against Casey County. That'll be a JV varsity doubleheader. The Rebels will be in here. Friday night, the Trojanettes go to Hart County for a JV varsity doubleheader. The Lady Raiders. And then Saturday afternoon, the Trojans are on the road up in Owensboro to take on Davis County. That's at 3 o'clock.
We have not played Davies County a whole lot since I've been here.
And there's two other games that day.
I was going to say, that has to be a shootout, I assume.
It's the Owensboro Sports Center shootout.
It is at the Sports Center, too, right? That's a nice place to play.
And there's a Kentucky Wesleyan women's game before our game.
Okay. I see why we're going. That's a nice environment playing this. I mean, it's a college arena.
Yeah.
It's an old arena, but it is nice.
Right. 5 o'clock, Grayson County will play Louisville Holy Cross. And then at 7, Whitesville Trinity against McLean County.
Now, the key is, are you eating at the Moonlight before or after the game?
Well, I don't know. I still kind of up in the air right now.
It's a lot to eat early.
It is. May have to wait till afterwards. Get something light before the game, and then jaw down afterwards.
I believe that's what I did.
Kemp with it out front for Russellville. 3:40 to play. Shoveling it back off to Todd. And Griggs trying to dive in there for the ball. Bounce pass going to be going off somebody's foot and out of bounds off Harbison. Try to bounce it off down low in there to Allen. So,
well, I tell you what, when Naylor takes it out, it's probably going to come back to him.
Yep. Driving in there's Todd. We're going to get a foul call on Tyler Bush. That's his fourth. He's the third Trojan to pick up 4 fouls here in the ball game. Todd is 4 of 6 from the stripe. Knocked down a 3-point shot back in the first quarter. And this one is good. Only shows him shooting 47.5% of the season.
Well, he likes the goals here.
Apparently so. They don't even touch the rim. They just rip the net. 46-38, 3:32 to play. Withrow and Niken are both back in the ball game now for the Trojans. Second shot's good for Todd. 46-39.
They continue in this full court man-to-man pressure. They're not trapping hardly at all. It's all just full court man-to-man.
Griggs now sends it off to Niken. Niken top of the key, Bandy on the left side. Back out now to Griggs.
Let's see if we can get a good backdoor cut here.
Goes over to Hester out front, hands it back off to Withrow.
They're really pressuring the ball. It's a good time for it.
And ball gets low as Hester fighting for it. Got rid of the basketball to Withrow. Now Withrow working one-on-one out front. Left side it comes to Griggs. Posted down low is Niken. We're going to have a foul on Kemp.
Yep, going to be on the floor. It's going to be a one-on-one. Niken had a great position. He's getting ready to look like to me finish right.
He could have. Naylor back in for Russellville, replacing Coleman. Aiden Niken, 3 of 6 at the stripe tonight. Free throw is up. It's good. Drilled that one. Only 2 buckets for Niken. Been on the bench most of the night in foul trouble.
Hey, you can just look at him. He didn't even have a sweat up.
No. 47-39, Barren, 2:57 to play. Niken fires and hits. Michael Harbison in for Aiden Niken.
Yeah, doing a little offense defense with Niken and also with Withrow. Trying to protect them with their fouls.
48-39, 2:50 to play. Hester guarding Naylor out there. He'll get rid of it off to Kemp. Kemp trying to make a move on Bush. Has to back it out. Now drives right side against Bush. He'll throw it out to in there to Todd, right of the lane. Cut off. Naylor faking the shot. Steps back. He'll shoot the 3 this time, and it bounces in. His first 3-pointer of the night.
Yeah, he hit all parts of the rim that time. A little step back.
That cuts the lead to 6 at 48-42 with 2:28 to play as we take a Coca-Cola timeout.
Yeah. He is. We have done a super job guarding him, and it's been various players too. It's been Niken and Hester and things like that. It's hard to stop that. That's a little step back 3, and it's very difficult to defend that without fouling.
Russellville's a team been averaging 60 points a game. They lost to Logan County on Friday, 61-47. And their last win was January the 8th against Caverna, 67-58.
Well, you know, just our team this year, just look at the record. There have been rare games in which, the Caverna game was a blowout. Actually, we got blown out the last time against Allen, but for the most part, I mean, every game is
We've been
sort of like
every
this.
game.
Yeah.
Yep. We've had leads in most of them. The ones we've lost.
One thing, we ought to be very comfortable playing in close games. They're in there, they're staying that full court man, and let's see if they put somebody on. If they put somebody on the ball, it gives you an opportunity for a run out, and they do not.
Niken to toss it in. It comes into Withrow, gives it back to Niken. Fires it down the floor to Griggs. He'll go to the bucket. He lays it up, and it comes off. It's spun out of there.
I was getting ready to say, what a pass by Niken.
Oh, my. I thought the ball was going to go in, but that rimmed around and spun around. And
it did like 2 victory laps before it came out.
So Russellville gets the ball after it was knocked out of bounds by the Trojans. 2:15 left to go. 48-42, step back 3 for Naylor, no good. And the rebound to Bandy.
Good defensive rebound.
And It's Griggs in the backcourt trying to split the defenders. Bounce pass off to Niken. Niken weaves through traffic, goes to the basket, lays it in.
That's his game, and open floor that time. He almost dunked it.
Yep, first field goal of the second half for Aiden Niken. Of course, he's been on the bench in foul trouble most of the night. 1:48 to play, 50-42 Trojans, and here's a shot by Naylor off the window.
Yeah, that's good body control. He avoided the charge that time by Griggs.
50-44, 1:38 to play. Niken weaving through traffic again. Deals it off there to Bandy. Bandy goes up, missed the shot, trying to get his own rebound. And Bush trying to fight for it in there. They'll call a jump ball, possession arrow to Russellville.
Will had a point-blank shot right there to put us up 8, and just ball rimmed out that time.
Back in for Russellville now is Xavier Coleman.
Will has, I don't know how many points he has. You have him. He's got 11 rebounds.
He's got 23.
23 and 11.
50-44, and it's Naylor trying to work against Hester out there. Spin move, goes off balance shot, short, rebound Niken.
Good defense by Caleb Hester.
He needs some help, and he'll give it to Bush. Bush is going to be fouled in the backcourt. And it will be on number 10. That's Todd. His third, team's ninth. Tyler Bush, a 60% foul shooter, hit a field goal back in the third quarter. Shot goes up, and it's good for Tyler Bush. 51-44 Trojans with 1:10 to play. Bonus try, rattles and stays. 2 big free throws right there. 52-44 Barren, 1:05 to go. Timeout by Rex Booth and Russellville. 1:05 to go. Barren County 52, Russellville 44. Mention again Will Bandy with 23 points. And how many rebounds, John?
He's got 11.
The only Trojan, to score in double figures until Niken hit those last 2 free throws a little bit ago. That gives him a total of 11 on the night. But for the most part, the defense has done a good job on Jacob Naylor.
He really has. He's done a really nice job. And, of course, foul trouble has helped a little bit. He's been in some foul trouble, but his shots he's made have been tough shots. Mm-hmm. And Caleb Hester, that last time, did a really good job of not fouling and also making him take a tough shot. Now, obviously, up 8 with 1:05, you don't want to give any open threes. But I think this is always a tricky part of the game because you don't want to give up easy and one layups too, and the way the game has been called, there's been tons of contact too. So if I'm Russellville, I'm taking an open 3. Obviously, if you can get an open 3, from Naylor, you take it. If not, if I'm Russellville, I'm taking it hard to the basket. Mm-hmm. So the key is to keep them in front of you.
Right.
Hey, Caleb.
1:05 go. It's 52-44. And Kemp handling the basketball, getting the screen, driving to the basket, a whistle and a charging foul. Gavin Withrow took the charge. Kemp commits his 4th. Team's 10th. Took 4 seconds off the clock. And Steele will come in to replace Jones for Russellville. And also coming back in for the Panthers is Elliott.
Yeah, they're in full man, but they're not guarding the ball, so they have somebody back to take away the home run pass.
As Niken gets the ball in play to Withrow, he turns up court. Now stops and fires it back off to Niken. Gets it across the line, dribbles between his legs and loses a handle. And timeout.
Just in a little bit too big of a hurry, and that happens. When you got an 8-point lead, it's easy to get excited and things like that, and you just gotta basically just make you foul you, unless you can take a layup, and you can always take a layup if you can get a layup.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how this game has gone. It's not been I don't think you're going to foul this into the best games ever played.
No. 53.7 to play. 52-44. Trojans, Russellville's basketball.
But if you play it, you want to foul it in a W column, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Russellville has 1 timeout remaining. Barren County has 2. As Kemp handles it for the Panthers. Kemp.
No hands, Aiden. No hands. Good Caleb. Good Caleb. Show your hands.
And it goes over to Todd. Todd shuffled his feet. Here's Jones. Back out to Todd. Todd driving, goes inside, puts it up and rolls it in.
That's all right. It's an overall good defensive stand. It took them about 25 seconds to score.
Down to 30 seconds to play, 52 to 46.
Timeout.
And Warren Cunningham wants a timeout. 28.2 and a full timeout. So that leaves the Trojans with 1 left. Russellville has 1. Barren County with a 6-point lead, 52 to 46.
Yeah, that's basically we don't turn it over, and you got to get the ball in bounds and just make 1 out of 2 occasional free throws. We should be in good shape. That was a really good defensive stand. Even though they scored, it was not a 3, and it's after about 20-25 seconds of really good defense. And that was actually ideally you want to stop and get the rebound, but that was probably the second best option.
Freshman district tournament is Saturday at Allen County. The Barren County freshman girls will play Monroe County at 10 Saturday morning, and the Trojan freshman boys at 11:15 against Monroe County. Those games will be played at Basil Middle School.
Really?
And then the championships will be at 1 and 2:15 at the high school gym.
Okay.
So I'm assuming Allen and Glasgow play at the high school gym at the same time.
I think that's probably right.
So that's the way the lineup is for that.
Our freshmen have had a good year. I think they only lost twice in boys, and I don't think our freshman girls have lost that much either.
Pretty good year. Trojans basketball, Tyler Bush will toss it in.
Now they have somebody on the ball, which gives you a run-out possibility.
Got Jones on Bush. Here's the run-out. It's coming to Niken. He gets pushed. That should be intentional.
That's an automatic intentional foul.
He just pushed him off.
Shoved him from the back. If that's not an intentional, there's no intentional. And it is.
Yep.
Yeah. 2 free throws in the ball. That's an obvious call. You have to be unbelievably blind or partial to the other team not to see that one.
I think he just checked in the game, too. Javari Gamble.
Yeah, he just shoved
5'6" freshman.
No play on the ball. It's a great call.
And Aiden Niken will be at the line to shoot 2 here. It's up and it's good.
This should do it. Because we're going to get the ball out, which will basically cause another foul to take place.
53-46. Niken now with 12 points. We'll step up for the second one now. He puts this one up and it's good.
Part of his game has really improved. His shot, his free throw looks really so much better than it did earlier in the year.
Right. So the Trojans will have the ball. 26.9 to play, leading 54-46. With throw to toss it in. And he'll have to hurry. Lobs it out to Bush. He'll throw it out to Griggs. They come chasing after him. Oh, man, they just tackled him.
I think they helped him up. I'll give them that one. I think they tried to foul Tyler over here. They actually grabbed Tyler around the waist, and they just did not call that one. And 3 of them rushed after Mason. I think that looked worse than it was.
Yep. Griggs with 2 shots. The first one is on the way, and it's good. They put the foul on Jones. I think that's his 3rd personal. And Griggs fires it up there and hits. 56-46, 22 seconds to play. Here's a pull-up 3 straight away, off high. And rebound down to Niken. He went to the deck, traveling violation. So it goes back to Russellville with 15.3. Michael Harbison will come in for Will Bandy. Caleb Hester also back into the Trojan lineup for Mason Griggs. Naylor to toss it in. He lobs it out to Kemp. Kemp, long range right. Now gives to Todd. He'll fire up a long three. It's no good. Rebound to Naylor. Naylor forces up a three, and it's no good. And 4 seconds to play. Coming out there with it is Withrow. The Trojans will win it by 10 tonight. 56-46 over Russellville. Russellville drops to 7-13 out of the year. Barren County improves to 12-10. And we'll come back with the CPC.